1 raw garlic clove daily fights inflammation like medicine, reduce pain and brain fog. Part 1. A hidden enemy behind aging symptoms. You're over 50. You wake up tired, your joints ache, your hands are swollen, and your brain feels foggy despite a full night's sleep. You've been told it's just aging. But what if it's not? What if the real culprit behind your fatigue, stiffness, and declining energy is something silent, hidden, and far more dangerous? Chronic inflammation. This silent force wreaks havoc on your body every single day, and yet few people know how to address it naturally. Even fewer know that one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory tools is sitting right in their kitchen: raw garlic. Not a supplement, not a powder, not garlic bread, but a single fresh clove of raw, crushed garlic taken the right way. As a nutritionist with over 20 years of experience helping older adults regain their vitality, I can tell you this: when it comes to reducing inflammation naturally, garlic is among the most underrated and overlooked remedies. Backed by solid scientific research and used in traditional medicine for centuries, garlic has the power to transform how your body heals, moves, and feels. Let me show you why. Part 2. The hidden threat: how chronic inflammation is draining your life. Chronic inflammation is not the dramatic swelling you see after a sprain. It's subtle. It smolders beneath the surface. According to Harvard Health, chronic inflammation plays a central role in conditions such as arthritis, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, and even certain cancers. It silently damages cells, tissues, and organs over time. Unlike acute inflammation, which is the body's immediate response to injury or infection, chronic inflammation is persistent, low-grade, and often invisible. But the effects are anything but invisible: persistent fatigue, joint pain, brain fog, digestive issues, high blood pressure, skin flare-ups, and slow recovery after exertion. Sound familiar? Most people over 50 live with some degree of chronic inflammation without knowing it. They are handed prescriptions, told to accept aging, and continue living with symptoms that could be reversed or relieved through simple nutritional changes. That's where garlic comes in. Part 3. Garlic, nature's silent warrior against inflammation. Garlic, Allium sativum, is more than a flavor enhancer. It's a medicinal powerhouse. Rich in sulfur-containing compounds, particularly allicin, garlic has been studied extensively for its anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and cardiovascular benefits. But here's the key: it must be used fresh and raw to unleash its full potential. According to a comprehensive review published in the Journal of Immunology Research, garlic's anti-inflammatory effects stem from its ability to suppress pro-inflammatory cytokines such as TNF-alpha and IL-6. These are the same markers elevated in people with rheumatoid arthritis, heart disease, and metabolic syndrome. In other words, garlic doesn't just mask inflammation, it goes after the root cause. Part 4. How garlic works in your body, the science behind the clove. When you crush or chop fresh garlic, a compound called allicin comes into contact with the enzyme alliinase. This enzymatic reaction creates allicin, the active compound responsible for most of garlic's medicinal effects. But allicin is volatile. It begins to degrade within minutes after garlic is crushed. Allicin has been shown in multiple studies, including those published by the Mayo Clinic and Cleveland Clinic, to inhibit inflammatory enzymes like COX-2. lower levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines. Reduce oxidative stress by increasing antioxidant enzymes. Improve endothelial function, the lining of blood vessels. This means better circulation, reduced blood pressure, improved joint mobility, and a sharper mind. Garlic also supports the immune system, not by overstimulating it, but by regulating immune response and helping the body distinguish between threats and healthy tissue. This is critical for older adults whose immune systems may be either sluggish or overactive. Part 5, Real Life, Real Results, the story of Harold. Let me tell you about Harold, a 67-year-old retired mechanic from Oregon. When he came to see me, he was taking 5 different medications, for arthritis, high blood pressure, acid reflux, cholesterol, and prediabetes. He struggled with morning stiffness, brain fog, and was constantly fatigued. After reviewing his diet, we made one simple change. Each morning, before breakfast, Harold crushed a clove of fresh garlic, let it sit for 10 minutes, then swallowed it with a teaspoon of raw honey and a splash of lemon water. No supplements. No major dietary overhaul. Within 3 weeks, Harold reported that his morning stiffness had decreased dramatically. He had more energy. His blood pressure readings improved. And perhaps most importantly, he felt empowered again, in control of his body. This isn't an isolated story. I've seen it countless times. And the science backs it up. Part 6, How to use garlic for inflammation, simple steps, profound results. Choose fresh, organic garlic cloves. Avoid pre-minced or aged garlic in jars, they've lost much of their potency. Crush the clove with the flat side of a knife. This releases the allicin and activates the allicin. Let it sit for 10 minutes. This waiting period is essential for the allicin to fully develop. Take it on an empty stomach. Swallow it raw, optionally mixed with honey and lemon. You can follow with warm water. Optional additions. A pinch of turmeric, curcumin, or cayenne pepper can enhance the anti-inflammatory effect. Repeat daily for 2 to 4 weeks and observe your energy levels, pain, digestion, and mental clarity. Always check with your physician, especially if you're on medications like blood thinners. Part 7, Safety First, when garlic might not be right. While garlic is safe for most people, it can interact with certain medications. According to Mayo Clinic and WebMD, those on anticoagulants, like warfarin or aspirin, blood pressure medication, or with bleeding disorders should consult a healthcare provider before taking garlic daily in therapeutic doses. Also, raw garlic can irritate the stomach lining for some people. If you experience discomfort, reduce the dose, try with food, or discontinue. Part 8, Why doctors rarely mention this, the nutritional blind spot. Most conventional doctors are trained in pharmaceuticals, not nutrition. As a result, powerful food-based interventions like garlic are often overlooked in favor of pills. But garlic doesn't just suppress symptoms, it supports the body's natural healing process. As more research from institutions like Harvard Health and Cleveland Clinic confirms the benefits of dietary approaches, it's time we reclaim our kitchen as our first pharmacy. Part 9, The Bigger Picture and Conclusion, One Clove Can Change Your Life. The bigger picture. Inflammation is the root of aging. Inflammation isn't just about disease. It accelerates aging. It wears down your joints, dulls your brain, stiffens your arteries, and saps your energy. Reversing chronic inflammation is one of the most powerful steps you can take toward a longer, more vibrant life. And garlic, humble, pungent, and powerful, may be the easiest place to start. Conclusion: 1 clove can change your life. You don't need to be a chef or a health nut to try this. Just 1 small clove of garlic each morning, used the right way, can make a noticeable difference in your health. Not overnight. Not magically. But naturally, consistently, and powerfully. It's time to stop settling for fatigue, pain, and fog. Take back your vitality. Let food be your medicine. Let garlic be your ally. Disclaimer: this video and its content, including images, are for educational and informational purposes only and are not intended as medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider before starting any new dietary or lifestyle change. The information presented is based on publicly available studies and reputable health sources such as Mayo Clinic, WebMD, Cleveland Clinic, and Harvard Health.